All right.
Where'd you get your hair done?
Alan Lee with Keith Reza on Reza Riffs. How are you, Alan Lee?
How are you, Keith Reza on Razor Riffs?
I'm doing good, man. Are you
Good,
almost
man.
ready for this quarantine to end so we can finally hug each other?
Well,
Arr.
yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for the hugs and coming your way and my way, and we'll go to the comedy store and we'll hug everybody.
Yeah. Well, today we have a great guest. He's an actor you've seen on Two Guys and a Girl in a Pizza Place.
Hmm.
That was Ryan Reynolds' first big thing.
Hmm.
But this isn't about Ryan Reynolds. This is about our guest. You've seen
Brian
him on,
Dunkleman.
yeah, you've seen him on Friends, the number
Hmm.
one hit TV show of all time,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
with Matthew Perry
Hmm.
and Jennifer Aniston. But this isn't about them. This is about our guest.
That's right. And you forget that he hosted he hosted Family Feud. So
Family
that's
Feud. He's hosted Family Feud. And he was one of the original hosts of the
mhm.
number one singing competition of all time on Fox Network.
That's actually a historical thing that will go in the showcase his I mean show business history. And
American Idol.
yeah,
The
yeah,
great Brian Dunkelman will be here.
nice guy, nice guy.
Nice guy, funny guy, and
Good
we're
guy.
gonna get all the juicy scoops on Reza
And
Riffs.
I'm going to tell you right now, there is one little thing I'm going to have to bring up. If he start, and I know you might do this, so I'm a little bit concerned. If he tries to bump me as your sidekick, I'm going to be very upset.
All right.
What? I
Okay.
don't even care. I
Yeah.
know. No,
We're gonna see the anger of Alan Lee. Hurrah!
well, uh, I'll be very disappointed in you.
Okay.
You
How about
I'll
you
do
be
you a
Keith
favor.
Reza and I'll be Alan Lee?
Listen, Alan, I got some bad news, and how I got some bad news. You know how it is.
Oh,
Uh,
dude, what's wrong?
well, dude, you're not going to be my sidekick because,
You're firing me?
well, I'm going to try someone else, and I'm unfortunately you're going to know the guy. His name is Brian Dunkelman, and he was on Idol, and he's going to be replacing you, Alan.
But I just quit doing all the things you hated.
No, you didn't. Um, I was trying to tell you to get here, get the Zoom number in, the passcode, and you just fucked around. I'm sick of it, Alan. I'm tired of it. And
Well, you know what, Keith? You're a hack. This show's hack. This whole thing's hack.
I don't
Everything's
want to.
hacked.
I don't
Like
want to.
honestly, like fuck you. I don't want Razor Riffs anymore. I'm gonna start Lee Riffs.
I knew
Yeah.
it. I knew it. I know. Well, you have fun with Lee Rivers because we're going to keep this show going with Brian and as my new sidekick. And I'm sorry this had to happen. I really feel bad. I mean, it breaks my heart. This you usually this week. It really breaks my heart, Alan. And it really hurts me
All
because
right.
of.
I have a good interview. You fucking prick.
Oh,
And I hope the folks subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes for you and Apple Podcasts. And they follow the show on Razor Riffs because Alan Lee is starting Lee Riffs. Peace.
well, this is just a big joke. I'm not starting anything. In
Well, dude,
fact,
that was very good rifting you did.
oh, thank you.
All right.
Anyway, I
Well,
want you to. What are you gonna say?
we're going to end opening remarks. You got anything to promote
No,
since things are opening up?
no, I've got nothing to say.
Neither do I. We'll be right back with Brian Dunkelman.
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.
All right, I think Brian's here. Admin It says admins here. I think that's Brian.
Yes,
What's
it
up,
is.
Brian? It's connecting.
You have it connected?
Oh, he's there. Hey, Brian, how are you?
What's going on, dude?
Not much.
How are you?
Thanks for doing it. This is Alan Lee.
Alan Lee. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? You're the man.
I am the man. You've heard. Word is out.
I
Are
was.
we live? Are we live to tape? What are we doing? We
Yeah,
good?
we're good. We're rocking and rolling. We gave you a
Beautiful.
sweet introduction.
That's my fearless leader.
I love it.
The man from Friends, the man from Two Guys and a Girl in a Pizza Place.
Mhm.
We didn't bring up American Idol, but we brought up
dude.
Family Feud.
You're skipping a shitload there, man. You got Third Rock from the Sun. I also delivered a pizza on Third
There you
Rock
go.
from the Sun, just like Two Guys and a Girl. You didn't know I did Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Place and Two Guys and a Girl. They dropped the pizza place. That's how much range I have. They're like, this guy can do more than just deliver a pizza.
Wasn't that the same show though? Why'd they drop the? Was it because it was a long name?
Dude, you got to evolve. You know, when you're doing art like that, you got to evolve.
Got to the next level. You can't get
We're gonna get this new backdrop. I just got this tapestry, y'all.
Oh,
I am ready to smush in this fucking bedroom.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Got a toy box right over there. Don't worry about that, ladies. He's only here half the week.
I like that.
Half the week, I do whatever the fuck I want. We missed the Hughleys. I was on the Hughleys. Remember that?
Yeah.
Was a show?
D.L. Hewley. Did you ever meet him?
I did. I did a scene with him, dude.
Oh, I never really saw the show. How is he?
Neither did anybody else. That's why it went away. He was cool. Here's the thing. We did the whole week of rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
And then right before the show tapes, they hand me new pages. I'm a blackjack dealer. And then all of a sudden I'm gay. And I'm like, all right, let's go. I can think they saw me all week and they were like, how do we play this guy's strengths? Let's make him gay.
I don't know if I ever told you, but I once met D.L. Hewley in the bathroom.
Dude, you meet all the A-listers are in the bathroom.
Dear God.
When's that show happening? You already got it in development?
Well, no, I think we should. I think you should be the first celebrity to do it, and then
You got to aim higher than that, man. Come on. I think you're misusing the word celebrity.
I think you're a celebrity. If I think I'm a celebrity, I think everyone's a celebrity. So that's all.
Oh, wait, you think you're a celebrity?
No, Alan. I think Alan's a celebrity.
No. You know what? He had. Listen, I'm the unknown comic. He had Ron Jeremy as a guest, and that's who we start with. We have him on.
Yeah, well, what's that guy doing now?
He's in prison.
Besides time.
Comedy. He's doing comedy, Brian.
Besides time. I met Ron Jeremy on the Howard Stern show.
Oh yeah?
Oh,
Yeah, it was me, Ron Jeremy, Pete Best, the original drummer of the Beatles. In England, he's known as the Brian Dunkleman of the Beatles.
Oh.
And Dennis Huff, remember he died a couple years ago, the Bunny Ranch owner.
Yeah, he was married to all those porn stars.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stern had a contest. It was called The Biggest Loser. And it was just three guys in their 30s who had never gotten laid. And they were going to see who was the biggest, most pathetic loser. And then they got a chance to fuck. Her name was Brooke, really cute girl from the Bunny Ranch. And me and Pete Best were the judges. They asked Jackie the Joke Man, but he was offended.
Oh, really?
He's like, I'm not a loser. And I'm like, I'll fucking do it.
So who'd you end up picking for that?
Some fucking loser. I don't know. I don't remember. That was a while ago. Where are you guys, by the way?
Alan's in Inglewood.
Oh, always up to no good.
Yeah.
And where are you? You in Chicago or are you in LA?
I'm in Huntington.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I'm drinking. It's 3:00 somewhere. Fuck it.
Huntington Beach. You tried to act like that was Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
Biatch.
Now, Brian, you were saying a couple weeks ago that you were doing the improv patio shows. Are you still doing those? Or are those pretty?
I was gonna go tomorrow night, but it's fucking cold.
Yeah.
You know, it's chilly. I don't know if they're going to be doing one. I think they're still doing it, but I'm not very funny under 60 degrees.
Yeah. I'd go with you tomorrow, but Mortal Kombat comes out tomorrow.
Fuck, dude. Well, you got to have priorities in this world.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Are you going to see it at a theater?
Yeah.
Which one?
It's called Bellaterra in Huntington Beach. I live right there. Like it's like walking distance to me. So
Nice. I have not been to a movie. Dude, you know, I think the last movie I went to was at the ArcLight, the golf ball, dude. I can't believe it's gone. What did I see? The Tarantino movie.
the
That was
new
the
one?
last one. Yeah, no,
With
not that
Brad
new.
Pitt
Yeah,
and yeah.
That was
something
good.
Hollywood. I loved it. It was great. But that's
you
the
ever
last time I've been to the movies.
Have you ever met Quintino? Because he's always in LA, like hanging around. Just
No, but I met a friend of mine at El Compadre, and I was 20 minutes late, and he's like, fucking Tarantino was here. He walked right by my table. And who knows? He might know who I am. You never fucking know.
Yeah.
But no, I missed him by like 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
And that's the moment I'll look back as the greatest fuck up of my life. I should have left earlier. I could see my head getting like bashed in a Tarantino movie. Easily.
Yeah, but hey, at least like you'll have like a good role for that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I would do anything to get killed in a Quintino movie.
Quintino? That's what his friends call him.
What have you been smoking today, Keith?
What's this?
What have you been smoking today?
I haven't been smoking anything.
Hey, it's legal. Leave them
No,
alone.
it's legal.
Yes.
We're in a fucking pandemic. What? Get fucked up. I'm drinking. It's 3:00. My kid's in the other room. He's fine.
It is.
Hey,
He knows how to call. He knows how to call 911.
What video games are you and your kid playing right now? Like, what's your game?
Dude, I'm kind of getting I'm getting like snuffed out here in the video game playing. He's got a best friend he's never met, plays with him all the time. So we used to play a lot of Fortnite. And then I got the Atari games, right? There's a whole package of Atari games, and we did a bunch of them for our YouTube channel. And then one day I'm like, his friend's like, oh, you need to free up room. So he deleted all my fucking Atari games. Or what are you doing? I paid money for that shit. Come on, $10, motherfucker. So I started playing Call of Duty with him because Fortnite, I'm not good.
Yeah.
I'll stay up at night alone and play by myself just so I'm not a complete embarrassment to him. But I'm not getting any better.
Yeah. I try to play those shooting games and then like I get bored, so I go back to playing Madden.
Oh, see, I played Madden with him. I underestimated how much I was going to drink in our first segment. So I guess you're going to get a little tour. Here we go. What's going on? There's my cat.
I think I lost Brian.
No, he's just freshening up.
No, did you know that? I have two televisions right here. There's the 65-inch.
Sweet.
There's the 60-inch. And I have three of them. I have three of them underneath this futon. I just keep finding them, dude. All over my neighborhood. I'm not even joking. I have 7 televisions.
Do people just send TVs?
No, I had, you know how many televisions I had before the pandemic? One, like a normal human being. But now I just keep finding them on walks, dude. I live in Glendale. And when that first stimulus check came, it's like all you saw were like big, empty 65-inch 4K television cardboard boxes. And then people couldn't take their TV anywhere. They couldn't like take it to Goodwill because everybody thought you were going to die if you went outside. So they just threw them out on the sidewalk.
Wow.
And I take a walk with my kid. I'm like, let's go get the car. He's like, why? I'm like, you got to keep your fucking eyes open in this world, son. So now I have 7 TVs. Comes in handy during football season.
Now, I don't know, like, you know how, like, when you find a computer or a phone, you're scared because there might be a virus on it? Can there be viruses on TVs?
Just like AIDS. Just the AIDS virus, I think. but I'm feeling okay. I think that second shot knocked it out. If I had AIDS, let's just say the Moderna totally knocked that shit out. You guys are cheering me up. I was not in the mood to do anything today except drink. You guys really, really turned it all around.
Oh, well,
Hold
thank
on
you.
a second.
You
I got
really,
my second shot yesterday. I'm a little I feel fine, but I was a little out of it.
I got mine a week ago, and the second shot was worse than the first shot.
That's what everybody's saying. But you know what? I didn't have anything, but my kid had a baseball game yesterday, and it was cold, right? At 5:00. I should not have gone to that game. I felt fine. I did not feel fine by the end of that game. But I'm doing all right now because I'm a fucking beast. Because I'm a pillar of health. You want to know why? Clean living. It's like we're outside. It's like we're in the Shire. Look at that. Are you telling me some chick is not going to want to fucking grab onto that headboard?
Yeah.
About ready to get on a Bumble. Are you guys on Bumble?
No, that's a dating app, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Got to do what we got to do. There should be one that just, it's like vaxxed.
You
Vaxxed
should
and ready to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's got their second shot? Let's go.
You should create your own dating site called Dunkleman,
I like it. Dunked.
right?
Get
And then
dunked.
get dunked, right? And
Let's
that
go.
way it's just like straight to the Dunkin', less dating, more Dunkin'.
It's like you got to get tested just for COVID. You can have anything else. Doesn't matter. I'm not afraid of chlamydia. I made it through COVID. I don't give a fuck about gonorrhea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
They're
was so
saying-
2019.
Right. And I read, somebody said they read something that says that like crabs are gone, like are disappearing. They're an endangered species now.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
All the youngsters are shearing off their pubes.
Oh,
So
I thought you
think
meant
there's-
like crabs, like actual crabs. I didn't mean like. But you're
Oh, you
talking,
mean like with like butter and lemon?
yeah, but you're talking like
Mm.
crabs on Ron
Pube.
Jeremy's Pirates.
Oh man, leave him alone. Let's not pile on.
Come on.
Let's not pile on. Dude, you know what? Dante had a tour he wanted to set up. It was called the Dirty Tour. And it was me and who the fuck else? Stuttering John and
Yeah.
Ron Jeremy. And then the charges got brought up, and I was like, "Hey Dante, you want to make sure all those flyers are off the fucking internet, right?" Oh, I did it. Yeah, check Facebook, dumbass. Get that shit off of there right now. This is me. This is what I learned in the groundlings. This is how I hold a phone. Not like this. Like this.
Like this.
You
You went
get
to
it.
the Groundlings? I went to the Groundlings too.
Did you? God.
Yeah.
How was your awful experience? I mean, how was your experience?
I didn't like it.
Me neither.
I thought they were, I don't know. I thought they were too, for a bunch of people who were trying to be funny, they were too, you know what I mean? Like dicks in their ass all the time.
I had the worst teacher, and I'm not going to mention any names, but she sucked. I think we started with 16 in the class, and maybe 7 finished.
Yeah.
Because she was just nasty. And I found she hated comedians because there was me and another dude that was a comic, and she just always never put us together. There were people in my class that literally couldn't speak. They would get in the scene, and I'm like, I know it's an intro class, but what the fuck? I got passed, but I didn't do it I didn't do it again. I was done. I learned all I could.
I think once I passed the intro class and the advanced class, I'm like, all right, this improving thing, I'll stick to stand up. Like I didn't.
Stand up is improv, dude. Unless you're just completely saying every syllable the same way every night. There's nothing better than doing like, crowd work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Their emphasis was on being big. Just be big. And I don't do that. I like my comedy's a little more, I don't know. I like to use my brain but that's what they wanted you to do in that Groundlings class. And I was like, this is bunk.
Now, I have a question. And I'm sure you've been asked this a lot, but were you a stand-up?
No, I'm straight. What? Oh, yes.
I was going to say, were you a stand-up before American Idol?
Of course. That's the
Oh,
reason
yeah.
I can't get any fucking road work to this day. I started doing stand-up in 92. I was a sophomore in college, and I started doing stand-up at the bar in my hometown in Western New York, and they started paying me immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, you're gonna pay me $75 and I get the drink for free? I found my calling. So I just I was a finance major. I'm gonna do some jokes from the old fucking act. I was a finance major, but I decided I didn't want any part of that cutthroat, disgusting, backstabbing world. So I got into show business. That's like a 1994 joke right there.
Yeah.
That's vintage. That shit is vintage.
That's what this podcast is about. Vintage, baby.
Right? Here's the thing, man. I'm laying in bed. This is great. What a time to be barely alive, right, you guys?
Yeah.
This is amazing. I knew if I stuck it out in this business, things would fucking catch up. Hey, you can do comedy and you don't have to leave your bed. Great. Let's go on tour, man. Have you been like on the road? Talk to me about your career, because I don't really know anything about you.
Yeah.
I'm an interviewer. I'm turning the fucking tables. That's what I do when I'm drinking at 3.
Yeah, I went on the road with Norm Macdonald and Jay Moore. And
all right, talk to me about how that happened.
Which one?
You opened for both of them, and tell me how you met them. Tell me how you actually started opening for them.
I met Norm about 15 years ago, and I just stalked him. And then after 5 years of stalking, he was like, "Hey, let's be friends." I was like, "Okay." So he's like my dad.
That's fucking amazing. See, I met him at the Improv, and I gave him my number, and I said, "I heard you play poker. I play in a weekly poker game. I used to play with Doug Benson and Sarah Silverman and a bunch of comics that you probably don't know: Drew Hastings, Stanley Ullman, Jack Thomas." And he never called me, but I didn't stalk him. It never fucking occurred to me. Just stalk the fucker. Because I've read a lot about Norm. Norm said something that really resonated with me. He's like, when you have nothing else to lose, there's such a huge relief.
Yeah,
because he's a self-admitted compulsive gambler.
Yeah, he's lost everything a few times,
a bunch of times, and I relate to that. I've never had much, but some Vegas weeks I had what I had, and then it was gone. I was like, oh, thank fucking God! Now I can just go to sleep.
But when things open and stuff, we'll hang out. I'll bring him with us.
That would be great, man. I mean, he's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah,
guy's brilliant. His show on Netflix was so good.
The Norm Macdonald has a show. I wrote on that show.
You did?
Yeah.
The one where the interview show?
Yeah. None of my jokes made it because they made the podcast, but not the show.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Who fucking cares?
It's still
Did
a credit.
They feed you? Yeah, no shit, man. That's fantastic.
And
let's go on tour. You, me, and Norm. Look, man, I'm not fucking. Who's gonna headline me right now? Nobody.
Yeah.
The time is right now because their places are only 25 to 50% capacity. I can finally sell out. You know what I mean? But I'm not getting any takers.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Do I think the kind of guy fucking joking? I've got Christmas lights. I've got Christmas lights and a goddamn tapestry of the fucking woods. And I think I'm gonna get laid. I'm obviously delusional. Let's go fucking tour touring with Norm Macdonald seems perfectly logical.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know if I could like talk him into bringing up both of us because it's usually just me, and but I'll try.
Listen, man, you brought it up. You fucking tease me.
No, how I met Norm was I met him in the bathroom, and
of course, that's where everything happens, man.
But no, so you were a stand-up comedian, and then you did Idol. So do you think being a stand-up helped you?
Well, you're cutting out a lot of shit there. I started doing stand-up in '92, moved to LA in '97,
and then you did Friends.
Yeah, but you know what? This is good for you. Like, people told me when I first moved there, they're like, it takes about, because you don't know what you're doing. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. I was seen by a casting scout in Denver because I was living there, and she encouraged me to move out, and I wrapped up the rest of my road gigs. And the day I moved out, I called her, and she's like, well, I kept telling you to get out of here. I lost my job today. So I might have been like 12 hours away from a development deal, but you just don't know. But what was I talking about?
Your manager lost her job and you moved and you were
It
12
takes 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, now it wasn't my manager. It was a casting scout from Disney. But when I started meeting other comics, they said it takes about 3 years till you even figure out what the fuck you're doing, till you even like have a chance to get a manager or an agent. And that's pretty much what it took for me. And then I got, the Aspen Comedy Festival, which existed back then, but it used to be Montreal and Aspen. Those were the two.
The two big ones. Now it's like Bridgetown.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's like the new. It replaced Aspen. I think Montreal is still going on, but
yeah, definitely. But that was back when people were getting like $500,000 development deals.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah, I know.
But so that's what I did that, and then I got my first manager and my first agent, and then just started booking little like under fives, they call them in the business, which were great because that was back before reality television, so there was a lot more sitcoms on.
Do you think reality television killed sitcoms?
Reality television killed society.
Yeah.
Period. And I know I was on one of the biggest ones, and I'm sorry to be a part of it. I mean, but it's kind of a different genre because it's more of a reality competition show. But yeah, I'm really sorry. I've always been on the side of comics and actors and writers, and I fucked them all right in the ass. So and that's why I left. But no, it did change the game because you used to do a sitcom, and then they would re-air that sitcom a month or two later, and you would get paid the exact same amount.
Yeah.
And then you get paid 90%, and then 80%, and then 70%. And like, how many times does a sitcom get re-aired unless it goes into syndication now?
Yeah, syndication sitcoms still make bank though.
Dude, I get a check for Friends like every 3 months. Even still, that was 98, maybe 99. Yeah. I often still think of myself as the seventh friend.
Who is your favorite friend?
Oh, Jennifer.
Jennifer? Yeah, I've heard not so good things about her.
She was nice to me, dude.
Like whenever
gave me a big old hug.
Whenever I hang out with Jay, because Jay did a movie with her, he says, he's like, yeah, Jennifer made me cry like every day. She just hated me.
Well, I know. I can tell you another comic's name who Jay made cry. So you get it all comes back to you. It all comes back to you.
It's the circle of
be honest with you. Yeah, it is. It's the circle of tears. Circle of tears. Hold on. I got to write that down. That's something. Circle of tears. Brian Dunkleman. Circle of Tears. That's that's the name of my one-man show that I'm never going to write. Circle of fucking Tears. I did not even meet Jen. Here's what's cool, dude. I went on that audition, and I'd probably booked like 5 or 6 acting gigs up until then. And this was my first bigger kind of like from an under 5 to a guest starring role. All I remember is John Fugelsang, who's a very good comic. Do you know John?
No.
John Fugelsang's a really, really good comedian, but it was me and him and maybe 6 other people at the callback. And we were all just sitting there. We already did our audition. And then the casting director came out. He's like, okay, everybody, thank you so much. You can go. Brian, you can stay. And then everybody just got up and left. And like literally a minute later, I was on a golf cart on the Warner Brothers lot, and they drove me straight over to the set. Hey, this is Matthew. This is Lisa. I'm like, hey, I'm Dunkleman. Yeah. And we were rehearsing. And I didn't meet Jen until the last, like literally until shooting was over. I improv'd a bunch of shit in my scene that got cut out, of course, but it was really funny. And she came running up to me and hugged me. It was like, oh my God, that was so funny. And then it was me and the 6 fucking friends doing the curtain call at the end.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I should have left the business immediately. I should have quit right then. It was the apex.
Matthew Perry seems like he'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. They keep to themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he and Lisa were the only ones that really worked with the whole week. But yeah, they were cool. It's like interesting the way you see the way people treat everybody on a set when you're working. It's very interesting.
Well, see, like I treat it because I grew up in the world of stand up, so I don't know anything about acting or whatever. But like when I meet someone, I treat them like, okay, this guy's he has something that I could relate to because he's a funny guy, and I have a feeling Matthew Perry's just like deep down a funny guy, and he doesn't mean to be. You know what I mean? Like
he's just a naturally funny, naturally charming guy. And I remember one of my friends used to bartend at a place he used to come into, and it was like, nothing's ever gonna happen for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm never gonna make it. So like, that's just part of the journey.
Now, do you feel comfortable talking about the journey with American Idol? Like, how did
What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Well, like, I mean,
fuck that show. What do you want to know?
Fuck that show. But I heard like you didn't get along with the host or something. Like,
well, I was the host, so I don't know what you're talking about. I was hired first. Let's clear that up.
You?
Sure. I'm not yet. Of course I was. Thanks for doing your research. No, there's no way. Right? There's no way of knowing this. Here's what happened. I had my management company had a showcase at the Laugh Factory. You know, one of your general just fucking industry showcases. A guy from Castle Rock liked me. It's like, if he's got a show idea, come on and pitch it to me. So we had the meeting. I pitched him exactly Dickie Roberts.
Okay. Without David Spade.
Well, it was actually me, and we're not going to get into what happened with that, but it was a former child star actor who ended up suing his parents for emancipation, blah, 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 whatever. Got a deal with them. And this was in 2000. And I always joked, I'll get a development deal for my own sitcom, and then the world will fucking end immediately. Well, I got my development deal on like September 7th of 2001.
Ouch.
And then 4 days later, shit kind of hit the fan.
Yeah.
So I pitched that to every network, but at that point, it was weird. It was a weird time. Like they had like Paramount was barricaded. You know what I mean? Like just getting on a lot, and I'm like, oh, that's the Al Qaeda. They're gonna hit the studios. That's who they're coming after next.
Well, I think that's every business too, because I remember Disneyland.
Everything got fucked up.
Yeah.
But bottom line is that I pitched this to every network, and the pitch went well, but they bought like 30%. It's not making an excuse. Maybe it wasn't that good a show. It doesn't matter. But I got in, and then a couple of years later, like a year or two later, is when it was called Pop Idol. Those auditions started. And I had made the decision not to go on any kind of hosting audition because I was building an acting resume. I'd just done Friends. So I was like, I'm just going to concentrate on acting. And then, Fox called my manager and wanted me to audition because one of the guys that I pitched to for the sitcom thought of me, and they'd already seen like 3,000 people. So I was like, fine, I'll go in. I don't want to piss anybody off. And I went and I fucking got the thing. So I tested. This is a fun story because it's timely. They had 6 other guys testing, and no, I don't know if your viewers know what testing is.
Yeah, it's where you go. Yeah.
You sign a contract, and you know exactly how much money you will make if you get the gig. So you have all the information of how much you can fuck up. Like, I'm gonna lose all this if I don't get this. So that's what a test deal is. And it was about 6 other people younger than me. And they kept putting us up in pairs. And then they put me again together with another guy. And it was just in a room with kind of a little bit of a kind of stadium seating, but maybe like 12, 15 people. And it was just improv. It was like, all right, you're in New York. You're doing a singing competition. One of the judges, it's his birthday. Somebody got sick. Just go. So we had to pull it out of our ass. So it was really just showing what we could do. When they put me with the guy that I had already been with once, I was like, okay, this is good. It turns out that guy, his name is Mike Richards, and he is the executive producer of Jeopardy and The Price is Right. He guest hosted on Jeopardy. And I was like, give yourself the fucking job. Pull a Dick Cheney. Appoint yourself. Because this guy's he's great. He's really great. But that guy should have been Seacrest.
Right.
We did our test. And he had 5 things to get across. And he's like, and I have no idea what the 5th thing was. Whatever. Got a laugh. I thought I got it or I don't. I immediately went to a buddy's house, started drinking, and I was like 3 drinks in, and I got messages from the casting director. They couldn't get a hold of my agent or manager. Like, can you come back at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning? And are you out of your fucking mind? I don't do 7 a.m. First of all, I'm 3 Jack and Cokes in, and I can only fuck this up. Like, that was lightning in a bottle, man. Like, I was in that room, and once I got my first laugh, I had him.
Yeah.
And everything I said fucking worked. It was magic. And then they wanted me to come back. But they wanted me to come back and have breakfast with this guy, Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
So what I guess happened is they didn't want to give this big a profile job to 2 guys that had no broadcasting experience. So I don't know what the other dude's experience was, but I was just a dumb fuck comic who had done Friends and literally like 7 other shows just as an actor. So that day, Ryan and I tested, and that was it. We were working the next day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I tell you this though? He before we go in, he's like, I think I'm maybe like kind of go through like people's purses and shit. And I'm like, no, don't, please don't do that. I did this yesterday. I know what they want. I said, just follow my lead, man. And he did, and then we got it. So I just wonder, it's one of those crossroads of life, man. You know it is. You take a left instead of a right. So what would have happened to Mike Richards would have been the host with me. Well, and we didn't get along.
Yeah.
We didn't get along.
It sounds like you stopped him from becoming a thief, though. Like,
who, Seacrest? Yeah, I caught him from like, I don't even think people had cell phones. Thank God they didn't have cell phones in my heavy drug use years. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm bringing back the pager. I want my pager.
Oh yeah,
because I used to sell drugs. No, I used to I had a pager because you'd go on an audition and you go to the callback. It'd be you and 6 other guys, and you're driving home and you get that page from your manager. 911. It's a fucking emergency. Somebody wants to hire you. Like, I miss that. And I was the last guy to get a fucking cell phone.
Yeah.
I thought, why do I need a cell phone? I got a pager right on my belt. I get the page. I pull my car off the freeway. I find a payphone. I call you back.
Yeah.
What's so fucking hard? But that was the era. And that's how I got that gig. And literally the next day we were working.
Yeah. Who is the most intimidating judge, though? Was it Simon? Because I have a feeling Simon is actually like one of those funny guys.
Simon's he's great.
Yeah.
He was really great. He even after the first couple shows, like, I'd be fucking hammering on him, and he's like, I know that I'm supposed to be angry, but I love it. When can I see you just stand there? He's like really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Randy.
The thing is, no, I got along with. They were all great. The thing is that the producers made me think that Simon got death threats in England.
Yeah.
That first season of Pop Idol, like, people hated him, and then they come to America, and everybody fucking loves him because he's shitting on children. He's literally kicking them in the crotch on national television. I mean, I say children, 16.
Yeah.
You're a fucking child.
Yeah.
And so they wanted me to be the foil. And I was like, well, everybody loves this guy. I'm not going to be the dickhead that hates the guy that everybody loves.
Yeah.
So me and him just kind of turned on Seacrest. But the producers didn't get anything that I said. They didn't get it. Because Ryan had this see-through mesh kind of fucking black puffy shirt, like the Seinfeld episode. And Simon's, this was a taped show, one of our first shows, and Simon's like, I really, Ryan, I love your blouse. And I said, yeah, Ryan. I said, Brian Boitano called. He'd like his shirt back. You're not old enough to know, but you're laughing because you're uncomfortable because you don't know who Brian Boitano is. Do you? Admit it!
No, I was just laughing because you were such a great impression of Simon.
I do. He was an Olympic skater. Brian Boitano, the South Park guys make fun of. What would Brian Boitano do? Flamingly fucking gay. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Skater. And it was very funny at the time, but the producer's like, I didn't. But they should have gotten it. You're just a victim of age. So what I'm saying is, I was funny and they were stupid.
Yeah. Nice. Sounds like
But
American.
Simon was very cool. Paula was really, really wonderful. Cried a lot, but so did I. And
Yeah.
Randy, I really liked. Randy was great.
Cool.
I
So,
really dug him.
did you think Kelly Clarkson should have won, or do you think Justin should have won?
No, Kelly,
Kelly?
100%. There was another girl that it should have absolutely been between. I love Justin. Justin's amazing, but who gives a shit? I think I signed a 7-year contract. We're fine. How long's it been? I don't give a shit. I heard Simon say really early on, like, this only works if it's a guy and a girl in the finale. And I don't know how the voting works. I don't give a shit. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But there's a girl named Tamira Gray who is clearly 1 or 1B. And she got voted off with about 4 or 5 to go. And it was a big, I can't believe it. Well, whatever. But, you know, who came in third was the lovely Nikki McKibben, who, God rest her soul, died last year.
Yeah.
Remember her?
I don't, but I remember
Sweetheart.
Kelly and Justin.
Yeah. No, Kelly, it was really interesting. They don't even have Kelly's original audition.
Yeah.
Like they don't have it because she just came out of nowhere. But the last 5 or 6 weeks of the show, you're like, oh, this girl's a fucking star. She just grew and grew and grew, you know?
You know what's weird is because, like, I auditioned for America's Got Talent several times.
Yeah.
And the thing that I've noticed is they like bad acts. You know what I mean?
Now you're catching on.
Yeah. So, like, because this little girl, I did my stand up in front of this little girl, and then she sang she was terrible and she was crying and stuff. And I was like, you're probably gonna make the next round. And she's like, why? I was terrible. I was like, no, they like to take bad acts and embarrass them on TV, and I think you got good potential for that.
That's why I hated the show.
Yeah.
And because we started in LA and then we went to Seattle. Like you gotta keep this in perspective. Like, I'm a struggling comedian who's done big deal. I've done Friends. I know there are idiots that think if you're on television you're a millionaire, but you're not.
Yeah.
I made $3,000. You know what I mean?
Which was a lot of money back then, because my uncle did
yeah.
My uncle did like 3 shows of Seinfeld, and that's what he got. And he thought he was on top of the world.
Dude, like, I mean, my rent at the time, I had a 2-bedroom with another dude. It was $650 total.
Yeah.
So I just made 10 times my rent on going and saying a couple lines. So, dude, they sent a stretch limo to my shitty little apartment complex. All the neighbors were out. I'm on the phone because there's a phone in the limo. Hey, what the fuck is I'm drinking? It was amazing. And like, we go to Chicago and they're like, we got tickets to Tenacious D. The first thing I did is I dropped my shit up in my hotel room. We started drinking in the lobby and I went and saw Tenacious D. I was like, oh my God, I'm here.
Pretty good life.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
They're amazing. It was so fucking great. But yeah, it went south after that. Like in Seattle, and you hear there's the main producers, and then there's kind of like the associate producers who are kind of running things, and yeah, they have walkie-talkies, and I hear this girl say, "Oh my God, we got a girl singing. She's fucking out of her mind. She's awful. We're gonna crush her." What do you mean you're gonna crush her?
That's terrible.
Why? Why are you doing this to people?
Yeah.
That happened. That was day 1 in LA. Day 1.
I'm laughing about, but it's actually really terrible because, like.
Oh, now look, no. If I'd have known that this show is gonna run 27 seasons, I would have walked around smacking children at random. Well, fuck yourself. Oh, your butthurt 17-year-old. Fuck you. But no, at the time, I was just a human being who cared about these kids getting fucked. Because that's what they did. They fucked them on air. I mean, not with their penises, but you get what I'm saying.
But no, it is terrible because these people who audition, I don't think they audition to do bad. I think they audition because they really want to make their dreams come true, you know?
Well, that's the thing. Here's the show. You get a chance to live your dream. But what you don't know is they know that you're crazy or talentless or delusional or stupid. And now we're going to record you, and 20 million people are going to laugh at you. I don't think that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you go to a shitty open mic and you see some shitty comedian and you'll chuckle in the back. But you know what? Guess what? That person could be good in 5 years.
Yeah.
You know
They
what
do
I'm
that to
saying?
me all the time. They do it to Alan all the time.
Terrible.
Alan, are you getting fucked with?
I'm traumatized.
Who's fucking with you? I'm not. I'll make a list.
You know, I'll give you the list, Brian.
I'll fuck you. Text it to
We'll just
me.
put a line through the names. You and I.
Yeah, man. It's just like, cruelty for the sake of cruelty is fucking stupid. And that's what sucks, is that, like, apparently they stopped doing that after I left.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole reason I hated you fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah. And then you came back to host a show. What was that like?
Oh my God, dude.
Like, was that awkward?
They call my manager and they're like, we want Brian to open the finale. And I said, is that right now? Really? And my manager and my agent did not want me to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm doing it. Are you kidding me? This has literally destroyed my fucking life. Didn't destroy my career. It destroyed my fucking life. And I was like, yeah, I got to go back if they're asking. And these motherfuckers are like, we're asking for 10 grand. They came back and said, we're going to pay him $350. Same as everybody else. And when I say $350, I mean $350.
Wow.
And I laughed so hard. And I said, say yes. Say yes. I'm doing this. You're goddamn right I'm doing this. They ended up paying me SAG scale, which I made like $1,500, and I never told those fucking assholes, but I just pocketed it all. But I needed to do that. And let me tell you why I needed to do that.
Yeah.
I went back and I saw Justin. I hadn't seen Justin in 15 years. Gave me a big hug. He's like, I can't believe those motherfuckers, what they did to you. They fucked you so hard. I'm like, get in here. I saw a lot of them, and they wanted me to go into a holding room with all the other performers. And I'm like, suck my dick. I'm not, like, this is a big mind fuck for me. I can't be around anybody. If I'm doing this, like, you're going to have to, like, and what was so great, my sister came out, who came to the finale of 2000, whatever year, 2001. She was at the finale at the Kodak, which is now whatever it's called. But just happened, it was the Masters golf tournament, which I'm a big golfer. So they let me go up to the top before the restaurant actually opened and just sit there and watch golf all day with my sister and be alone. Because I was losing it. Thinking, I mean, it's been 15 years. And live television, dude, I don't know if you ever get a chance, let me know. Because you will feel like your head's going to come off your fucking body. And
dude, I feel that with stand-up, man.
So think about doing a stand-up show that you're a little nervous about and going, if I do something wrong, it lives forever. Jay Moore was very, very forthcoming with a book about how he had extreme anxiety on SNL. It's real. So I made a point of seeing Seacrest before the show. And I was like, I'm not going to see him on the stage in front of all these people. And I saw him in his dressing room. And he got up. He's like, Dunkleman. I had not seen him since the last show in 2001. It's a long time. 2002, I'm sorry. But I said, I got to get this out. I'm very sorry about all the times we didn't get along back then. I wish I could take it back, but I can't. I just wish nothing but the best for you and your family. And he was taken aback. And in my head, I was like, and is there something you'd like to say? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Was I the problem? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It wasn't about him. It was about me. Because every fucking time I've done stand-up since then is just Seacrest, American Idol. Like, it's just a barrage to the point where I started to 8 Mile people. Like, you know, the Eminem fucking movie. Like, you can't fuck me. I'm going to fuck myself so hard over and over and over again that you have no ammunition. And it weared on. It weared on.
Yeah.
So it was a really cathartic moment for me to be able to just say that to him. And then we did the show and it was great. And then after the show, I'm just randomly walking through the halls with my sister. I see one of my old bosses, the head of Unscripted. And he's like, Brian, come on in. We got food. We got drinks. I'm like, you had me at drinks. I go in. We talk. His wife is there. I loved his wife. His assistant was hot back then. She was really disappointed when that decision came down. And I was like, whose decision was it again?
Right.
And he's like, do you really want to know? And I said, it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? But yeah. And this guy told me after all these years, he said, it really just came down to a decision. Do we keep 1 or 2? And we kept 1. And it wasn't you. So all this time, I thought, I said to him, I didn't quit. I said, I didn't get fired. I told him I didn't get fired, though. He's like, I know you didn't. You announced you were leaving in Daily Variety before we could tell you. So I quit before they could fire me. So, like, I mean, imagine the fucking pounds off of my neck. That was it.
Yeah.
Like, I all this time, I called my best friend, and I told him, he's like, see, you're not a fucking idiot. You're just a loser. And I was like, oh, I can live with that.
Yeah.
I can live with that. They just picked the other dude. I thought I made the biggest mistake in I thought I made the biggest mistake in fucking history.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, we were gonna can you, but you announced you were leaving before we could. So for me, going back, even though my reps told me not to do it, I'd still be living with this shit.
Yeah.
So, like, thank God I did that.
Now, did you tell Ryan to go fuck himself or no?
No, but you know what? During rehearsal, we did a little hug. It was an improv hug. And as we were walking away, Ryan's like, should we do the hug? I'm like, you're goddamn right we're doing the fucking hug. And my same friend was like, you know, it'd be funny is if when you hug, under no circumstances do you let go. Take him to the fucking ground. And I'm like, oh my God. Do you know how many hits that would have gotten on YouTube? And I say it like I could have snapped his neck. I've seen enough movies. I think I could do it. Do you think you could snap somebody's neck if you tried?
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Yeah.
Or fuck him up real bad. I could have done that. But just don't let go. Security would be fucking trying to pry me off him. I should have done it.
It would have been funny if you gave him a kiss too.
Just fucking open mouth fucking tongue.
Oh.
Listen. Don't be like that. Don't be a fucking prude.
Now, Brian, I had 2 more questions for you. And is it cool?
We just started.
Is it cool if we go 5 extra minutes?
Listen.
Okay.
As I said, my kid has no supervision other than the internet. Epic Games is taking care of my child. Cooking tacos tonight. That won't be long. We're good.
Right.
I'll stay on as long as you want.
All right.
I should have fucking kicked him right in the balls and just snapped his fucking neck.
Feel like
I might have been out. I might have been out by now. I might have been out of jail.
Oh my God. But Alan and I were talking before the show. We wanted to know a little about Comedy Hell because it seems very interesting, but I've never seen it.
Oh, no one else has.
Ah.
Oh my God. The brilliant Rick Overton. You know Rick, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Love her.
God, he's so brilliantly talented. literally the only movie I've ever been in. And it developed that character because when I started doing stand-up after Idol, it was weird, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as I would get introduced, there was like the crowd. It was like somebody's about to get a bingo.
Right.
And it just really fucked things up for me. So I started doing a character where I would plaster my hair to the side, and your viewer can look. His name, I created a name. His name was Chip Goldblatt, and I would plaster my hair to the side, and I had these big glasses, and I changed my voice, and people didn't know it was me. And I would do this character as a guy who was doing really awful, hacky comedy and bombing, and then would snap and get really fucking angry and get really dirty and then kill. And it worked. I did it for a while. I did it at the Improv, and that you can see it online. But I did that to try to just, it was too weird to go up as myself. And that's what I based this character on with Comedy Hell. Eric Roberts, who, if people don't know who Eric Roberts is, like
he's an actor.
He was a really great actor long before his, I believe,
Sister.
his cousin. Is his sister or his cousin?
I think Julius's sister, yeah.
Right. His
His
daughter.
cousin's
would be
Emma
her cousin.
Stone.
Right. But Eric was fucking great. But it was
Yeah.
Rick Overton and Owen Smith, who is a really, really, really funny comedian.
He still is.
Yeah, he still is. I love that guy. I had so much fun with him. Marty Rackham and me, we were three comics doing a shit gig up in Big Bear, and Rick Overton was the psycho killer who was just murdering people. But I got to jump on Rick's back and jam a fucking microphone into his eye socket. And he spun me around and threw me, and I got hurt. But it was awesome. I was fucked up for a few weeks.
All right.
Yeah, it was
So-
very cool. Thanks for bringing that up, dude. That's I still
So
have
we
that
can watch
on.
that online, right?
So I don't. If you can, let me know. I don't think you can.
Oh fuck! 'Cause that sounds so fun. Like
you
that
know
sounds like
Scott LaRose. Scott LaRose is the director, and he was a pretty well-known comic years ago. He did a couple big Super Bowl commercials, but I don't know if that's online. But I got it on. I got it on High 8. I think I got a beta. Maybe let's check that shit out.
And then the last question I had is, my name is Earl, one of the best TV shows of all time.
That shit paid, y'all. Bring that fucking shit back.
Yeah.
I told you I did Stern. I did Stern 3 or 4 times. I don't know what was the time that I did with Pete Best, but Greg Garcia, who is the executive producer of My Name is Earl, just happened to be listening to Stern. It's like, I remember that dude. Wrote me in 2 episodes, $4,000 a piece.
Nice.
Which means every time that shit re-aired, $8,000. Bring it. Reality television is the worst thing that's ever fucking happened. But yes, I love that show. And you know what? I'm going to try and think of her name. Who was the hot blonde?
Jamie Presley.
Jamie Presley. I had done a show called Jack and Jill.
With her.
Maybe 98.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 98.
She was on that show.
Yes, with Amanda Peet.
Whoa.
Amanda Peet, Jamie Presley. Oh, God, the other one. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't remember right now because I'm drunk. I did that show. I was belching guy. My audition was, can you burp really loud? And I'm like, yeah. But they laughed. Can you do it again? Hold on. Got the fucking part.
Right.
Got to the fucking set. Trailer. Brian Dunkleman. Belching guy. Now, this is single camera, so it's a long shoot. It's a long day. So Jamie Presley and Amanda Peet are talking at a party. One went through a break, but I just know that somewhere at this party is your dream, the man of your dreams. And then they turn to me and I'm like, hello. Like I improvised the hello. And I did it over and over. Made $3,500 for that.
Nice.
Bottom line, I shoot. My name is Earl. How many years later?
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the makeup chair. Jamie Presley walks in. I was like, hey, I am sure you don't remember. But I did. She's like, I remember you. You're Brian Dunkleman, belching, got Jack and Jill. I'm like, oh my God. So like part of our scene was her on top of me, just fake beating the shit out of me. And I was like, can we do another take? Because I don't know if I felt it. Let's just keep doing this all day because I don't want to do anything else. She was so fucking great.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
She's hot.
Thank you for doing. Look, you know what? Call Norm. 3-man show. You open, I middle. I don't want to middle. I just want to middle. I want to do my 20 minutes and then fucking leave. I want to
Then
do my
I lose
20
my
minutes.
job. I middle.
No, you open. Wait, who is opening?
Alan.
Who's out? Oh, you. You're fucking gone, dude.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Alan.
oh, I quit.
Alan, you can do a guest set.
Thank you.
Alan, do you have any last second questions for Brian?
No, I'm impressed. He's gone through so much, and he's a walking example of Hollywood hell. And
Brian Dunkleman, a
And
walking example of Hollywood hell. I like that.
You
And
might
a
want to write that
survivor.
down.
a survivor.
Goddamn right. An unfortunate survivor. Even
So-
COVID can't take me out.
Well,
If I stick it out long enough, one of these pandemics is going to take me out.
Like the hair, Brian. Like the hair.
now,
Hey,
Brian,
it was
where can
really
the
nice
folks?
to meet you, brother.
Where can the folks at home follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Brian Dunkleman. I am currently up to, I believe, 5,800 followers. So the people have spoken.
Beautiful.
Instagram at the Brian Dunkleman, because some stupid high school girl in New Jersey took my name. I can't get back, and I don't want you to follow me anywhere else.
All
How
right.
about that? Check out my Dunky Okie videos on Instagram at the Brian Dunkleman. It's me getting drunk and high and doing shitty karaoke, and it's kind of all I care about, other
Right
than
on.
my son. It's a tie. Check those out, and other than that, that's it, brother.
All
Let's-
right. Well,
Thank
Brian,
you.
I thank you so much for taking the time to do Reza Riffs. I hope you had
Of
fun.
course, brother. Thank you so much for asking me. I think you're great. I'm not kidding. Let's work. Let's do the bathroom thing.
Let's
I'll
do
reel
it.
him. I'll reel him in. I'll get him into the bathroom. Hey, so and so, do you remember me? I used to host American Idol. I got to piss. You want to come? I've got coke. I'll lure them in, and then I'll just leave, and then that's when you take over.
Let's do it. I just bought a
All
new
right.
camera, so we could.
Great.
All right, Brian. I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for
brother.
rifting with us.
Thank you so much,
Brian.
brother. Take
All
care,
right.
brother.
Bye. All right, guys. That was the interview with Brian Dunkleman. Subscribe, rate, review. Follow Brian on Twitter and Instagram. Alan, that was fun, wasn't it?
As always, I'm just speechless.
Brian's still here. He's back.
I'm not going anywhere. I don't have anything to do. I want to hear Alan's post game.
Well, I
Hey,
did-
that guy was an asshole. I used to be the third guy, and now he's pushing me out. Hey! Get used to being pushed out, motherfucker! It builds character. Alan, I love you, brother.
Mutual. Ditto.
All right. All right, guys. Subscribe, rate, review the show, and we'll talk to you next week. See you guys.
Facebook.
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.